Hello everyone, welcome to Friday Sews. It's been a while since I've done a Friday Sews because of my schedule. If you're a family member, you may want to stop watching. Unless you're Julie. Julie always likes to peek away if you want. I'm going to unpackage a gift for my friend Izzy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews. And I'm also going to be talking about my advent calendars. So let's move on to the gifts. I have been sewing a lot for Christmas, and this year my strategy was different than in the past. Other than the drapes, which I'll talk about later in the video, I have been front-loading November with sewing small gifts. I filmed several tutorials while I was in the gift production mode. I hope it's helpful, particularly for new sewists. I do have a playlist for sewing gifts and one for beginner sewing projects. I'll be linking everything I talk about in the description box below. So the first thing I want to show you are two mug rugs. I did in the hoop mug rugs. I purchased both of these designs from Etsy and I think they came out really cute. This is an in the hoop machine embroidery design. I particularly like this one. I think the color combination is just so cute. And then this is perfect for the coffee lover. When I make small gifts, I'll often pair them with something I purchased to make it more of a gift. But I think these items add a little personal touch to it. There's so many options for pairing these mug rugs. I can pair them with coffee beans, with a coffee mug, with biscotti, with all of those. I could scale up or scale down this gift, and I think these are cute enough on their own. My sister Julie knows she's getting a new dog waste bag dispenser for Christmas. She frequently watches our little dog Martin when we go out of town, and this is something that she really enjoys. I made her one several years ago, and this piece broke off. I did not use as good a quality on that one as I did on this. This is some rainbow hardware from So Sweetness. And I made this totally using scraps and materials that I had on hand. I used my cam press to do the holes, install the rivets. I've got a utility snap here, and also to install the grommet. Let me know if you'd be interested in hearing a review of my table cam press and the different accessories I chose to purchase. I'd be happy to do one if you're interested. So keeping with the pet theme, I made a dog leash. These are really easy to make. I just made a simple one. I used some strapping that I had. Again, I used the fun rainbow hardware. I put one on the end with the loop so that you could attach a dog waste dispenser, the bag dispenser, not the waste. The dog does well enough on his own for that. And then another latch here to attach to the harness or the collar. Now this simple gift was so quick to sew, and it could be paired with a dog waste dispenser bag, either one you've made or one you've purchased. And then it could also be paired with a cute little pet bandana. I have a tutorial on my channel for how to size these to any size so it fits your dog perfectly. And the collar slips through here. I've talked about this before. I think this is the size I've made for our cat when we had our dear sweet cat. He was very snappy dresser, let me tell you. So that would make a really special gift. And each of these was very quick and easy to make. Didn't use a lot of fabric or material unless you count all the hardware on this dispenser. But I had all of these items for other projects, so it's kind of like it's all just free. Melissa, who is the Umbrian Sewist here on YouTube, reminded me in her video for a gift to November 23 of the pleated shoe bag. I'm not exactly sure what this pattern or technique is called. I made one about 4 or 5 years ago for my mother, and she uses it every time she travels. I think this is great for being a packaging for a gift. So you can use it as gift wrap, and then the bag has another purpose, a feature purpose, which I love. I love this as a shoe bag because with a handle, you can hang it on your garment bag and you're good to go. Everything stays nice and tidy. So I did add a little more size to this one. It would be perfect size for booties or for men's shoes. Now you could pair this with something shoe related as a gift. You could wrap it in a shoe box and put a gift card inside. There's so many clever ways that you could give this as a gift. As I was making all those dog bandanas in my spirited Clemson fabric, I noticed that I had some offcuts that were the perfect size for a scrunchie. So I made a few of these scrunchies using the burrito method. I've made scrunchies for years. There are many different ways of making them. Madi from Madi Sews showed me how to make it with the burrito method, and this turned a fast project into a super fast project. Scrunchies are great gifts. You can throw them in a spa themed package. You can even use them to decorate a package that you've wrapped. I think this is a perfect gift. And I have 5 sisters who also all graduated from Clemson, so I think this will be a winner this year. Every year I made gift bags, and I recently used the last of this buffalo plaid to make a wine bag. This is not anything fancy. I've got ribbon through a simple casing. Erin from Erin Sews was making wine bags to sell at a craft fair. I'm going to link her video below, so do go and check it out. Now, I do make gift bags in the hopes that I will flood my family with gift bags and we will all be using reusable wrapping. I don't know what it says about me that I absolutely hate. It's torture for me to wrap presents, but I don't mind spending a lot of time making gift bags. Now, I recently picked up this gorgeous rifle paper. If you know me, you know I love rifle paper, Christmas themed fabric. So I'm going to be making some extra special gift bags with this. I'm going to use the fabrics together and maybe have a frill with one of these or coordinating ones. I got 3/4 yard of each, so I'm going to be making several nice bags out of this. I know that drapes does not seem like a gift item, but Charlie and I are a practical couple. He really wanted to have some blackout drapes for this room, and he wanted to have them done before the kids came. If he had not asked for this as a gift, we either would still have nothing in the windows, or it would be some inexpensive drapes that I had to find quickly and that I wasn't too happy with. I am not going to be given an expert tutorial on how to sew drapes, though I am happy how they came out. And I wanted to talk about a couple of things with the drapes. One thing is I used hidden tabs. I love these hidden tabs. It's not something that I'd heard of before. It means that I don't have any extra hardware. They were easy and inexpensive to put in. I spaced them 6 inches apart. I started measuring on center, so that means I get a nice pleating as I open the drapes. And it also means that I don't have a tab sitting right at either end of the panel. So what that means is I can close both of the drape panels and they can overlap a little and truly block out the light. Charlie does not ask for much for sewing, and whenever he does, I try to say yes and I try to get onto it. I procrastinated a little bit because I was overwhelmed. Though I have sewn different types of curtains before, I've never sewn lined blackout drapes. And I did run into a couple of issues, nothing major. I did have to unpick the hem. I think the weight from this lining, they are quite, I wouldn't say they're super heavy, but they do have some weight to them. And I got a little bit off on my hem when it came to hemming them. Even though I had gone to painfully, excruciatingly careful marking, cutting, and pinning, I still was off a little bit. So my lesson learned was I should have pinned them in place and then done the hemming. So if I've actually posted this on Friday, Advent calendars start today. I have 2 Advent calendars. I have one that I purchased for myself from Beyond the Pink Door. I'm very excited about that. They're so creative with their calendars, and there's a little bit of a surprise with this one. It's a 12-item Advent calendar, and we were told to open item number 1 on the first day, and all would be revealed how we proceed with the calendar from there. I have a suspicion that there are activities or things that we're to do in between opening items, but I'm prepared to be surprised. Several of my sew sisters and I have picked names out of a hat, and we are creating sewing themed Advent calendars for each other. Now, Michelle from Michelle Sews Again, and Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room made actual calendars. Michelle and Marty, I will link both of their videos below, did tutorials for making their Advent calendars. I want to make an Advent calendar for my family, and I tend to think about it during Advent, and this is something I need to plan for. So go check their videos out if you're like me and you want an Advent calendar for yourself. So Marty is the person I made an Advent calendar for. Put some really fun things in, some small things, some not so small things, but I'm not giving away any hints. My calendar that I'll be opening was created for me by Trish from Pinky's Farm. And I'm going to try to put a little short out every day of opening my calendars and share the fun with you. Now, I have waited almost 24 hours to open up this package from my very sweet friend Izzy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews. I know what's in here, but I don't know exactly what's in here. I did a little bartering and offered to trade some fabric that I received in one of my Think Pink subscription boxes for one of Izzy's fabulous mug rugs. Out with Izzy a lot. I knew that she was very happy with the fabric and wished she had a little more to make a dress, and I thought, right. I've been wanting to get my mitts on one of her mug rugs, and this is a more polite way of asking for one, is to do a trade. So that's what's in here. I don't know exactly what it is. I know it's a mug rug. I know it's going to be beautiful. Izzy does tutorials on her channel, and they're very approachable. So even if you don't have a lot of experience with her instructions, you can be successful. Matter of fact, I mean, this wasn't planned. I have one here that I made that's in our guest room. So Izzy was asking me about colors and what did I want, and I just said, I want to use this mug rug every single day, and so I don't want to be nervous about spilling tea on it or coffee on it. Now, I'm a big tea drinker. So let's see what we've got. Oh, Izzy, looks like there's something extra in here. Oh, that's so sweet. And this is absolutely gorgeous. This is going to bring a little ray of sunshine to my morning. Let me know, are you team tea or team coffee? Now, I drink my tea every morning. I love coffee too, but I love the whole process of tea, of brewing it. It's got butterflies. This is so beautiful, Izzy. I'm going to be texting you right away to let you know how much I love this. I hope it's coming up with the lighting in here. I'm not sure, but I'll insert some photos if the lighting is not good on this. She made me a little zippered pouch. Now, I've seen her make these on her channel. She has a tutorial for it, and I'm going to link her channel and her tutorials below. Very nice, expertly made. It has vinyl in the bottom. I love that it has little girls on the fabric, little princesses. And you know, that just makes me think of my sewing family, my sew sisters that I've come to love like family, and this community. I love it. Thank you, Izzy. I feel like I got a really good exchange for that fabric. Now for the life update. We had 19 adults, 2 2-year-olds, and 3 dogs for Thanksgiving dinner Thanksgiving Day. The house was full with some overnight guests, and we just loved it. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of work, but everybody pitches in the cleaning and the setup and the cooking. I did not do all the cooking. We moved back home so that we could take a little bit of that off of my parents, who are starting to get a little bit older. Now, you never know, my parents are getting older by the looks of this video clip with my mother. She absolutely loves to give a grand departure to guests. You feel very welcome coming to their home, and you feel like you will be missed when you leave. One thing that we've come to realize over the last several months when we've had lots of frequent guests is we need to do something about our bathrooms. Now, we knew when we purchased this house that we needed to update the bathrooms upstairs. We did not have any full bathrooms downstairs, and Charlie came up with a great idea to add a full bath and closet to our front living room, which we hardly ever use. I think it will add value to the house, and it'll give us that other full bath when we have a full packed house, which is kind of frequently around here, and we like it that way. So we're going to have a designer come in and give us some ideas of how we can add the bathroom, how we can remodel the 2 bathrooms upstairs, make them more usable, and we're going to find out how much it costs. I would love to know what you've been sewing. Have you been doing a lot of gift sewing like me? I love to sew for others, but I am really ready to start sewing some more clothes for myself. I only bought 2 patterns during Black Friday, and both of them were from the Friday Pattern Company. Their block fits me really well, and I usually don't have to do too many alterations. I bought the Pogonip Pullover because that's a pattern I knew right away I wanted. As soon as it came out, I wanted it. I bought it. I sent it off to be printed. The other pattern I bought, when I saw it come out, I thought, I like the skirt, but that top, I just don't think it will do anything for me. And that's the Saturday set. I have seen so many really cute versions of the Saturday set that have changed my mind. There have been some in a crushed velvet, and people are wearing a top underneath that little wrap top, and it really looks cute. So I got that, and I bought the pattern printed because with the discount, it was cheaper to buy it that way, and I didn't have to wait for it. I had a big box of patterns arrive from the printer this afternoon, and I'm anxious to get sewing. I have some tutorials and gift ideas here, and I'm anxious to get sewing. I'll be seeing you soon while I open my advent calendars. Happy sewing.